Welcome to the Industry Insider, brought to you by PromoCorner. Each week, promotional product professionals Meg Erber, Jeff Franklin, and Stephen McFadden, along with special guests, will discuss industry news, trends, and events with a focus on educating the promotional products industry. The Industry Insider, the nerdy news you need to know.
Hey, we got another exciting one for you today. This is the Industry Insider, your promotional products podcast, where you can get all the nerdy news you need to know about. My name is Jeff Franklin, National Accounts Manager with Headwear USA, and I'm joined today by three other lovely folks. But before we get to them, this incredible broadcast you're tuning into is brought to you by our good friends over at Tervis. They've been around since 1946, and they're celebrating 75 years in business, and they started with their classic line. They've got sleek styles that make perfect for the active and on-the-go lifestyle. Tervis is the original double-wall insulated drinkware that keeps your cold drinks cold and reduces condensation, and they're backed by a made-for-life guarantee. Tervis is the original customizable double-wall insulated drinkware that keeps hot drinks hot and cold drinks cold, and they're available in several sizes, including a 16-ounce mug, 16 or 24-ounce tumbler, 24-ounce water bottle, made from Triton plastic, made in America, lifetime warranty, dishwasher safe, microwave safe, and they're BPA free. So you got to go check them out at tervispromos.com and tell them the Industry Insider sent you. Why don't we say hi to Stephen McFadden? Stephen, how are you doing today?
Doing great. Yes.
Yeah.
It's just
nice t-shirt.
Oh, thank you.
It feels like it's just been so long.
It's been a while, and time flies, but I'm happy to be here. Looks like Meg reserved the same spot she had in the library as
Meg, you've been on vacation for a long time now.
I'm not even on vacation.
She's been kidnapped by the beast, and that's the library wing of the castle.
It's nice.
Yes, the West Wing.
My lighting is so on point, Rachel. You're gonna be so jealous. Ready?
Is that a dentist chair light?
I feel like it could be. Like it's very. It makes me want to close my eyes and go to sleep. So yes.
So your Airbnb is owned by a dentist. Is that what we're?
Well, funny story. Very quick story. I took a shower last night and I was messing with the water. So I didn't really think like, oh, I should get my towel out ahead of time. I was like having a hard time with the water. I'm gonna get this really quick. Sorry. And so I get my shower, I get out. There's no towels in the bathroom. None. So I'm running all over the house looking for a towel. I mean, couldn't find it anywhere. It's so cold. I'm like, the windows, I'm dying. Okay. So this morning I'm like, I have to go through this again because there's no towels. I have to wash my hair. So I did it again, but I had my blanket that I was wrapping myself with. And then I was putting my shoes on and I look up, mind you, I looked in every single closet. The book says they're in the closet, not in the closet. There was a wardrobe in my room. I opened it up, full of towels.
Wow.
Welcome.
Well, at least Meg knows where the towels are now. at least Meg knows where the towels are now.
And I'm leaving. So after this,
fair enough. We're joined today by a very special guest, Rachel Levin. Super excited to have you on to talk about Promotions East, and why Promotions East is going to be so much different, not only from past shows in the Atlantic City area, but just in trade shows in general. But Rachel, it is customary for us to give our special guest to get 3 to 4 minutes to introduce yourself, what you've been up to, how you got started in the promotional products industry, and maybe what you've been up to since. So take it away.
Sure. Well, guys, thanks so much for having me. Truly appreciate it. I'm going to preface this all with this is my very, very first podcast, so bear with me. A little bit about myself on that note. I started off in the industry decades ago. Hate sharing when because you're all young. But I really, truly wanted to be a stockbroker growing up. And so I started off at Morgan Stanley and quickly realized after the guy threw his computer off the table that it was a little too intense for me, and had a friend who was selling promotional products and had another friend who had a business. And a couple of days later, I went there very boldly and said, please hire me. And they did. And so I started off at a company that was more of a pick and pack company with several divisions, had a heavy focus on the educational and child resources. Then they had one small division with just promotional products that customized all of these other opportunities. And I started quickly running that program. And then what I call was the accidental interview. After 7 years of being there, I realized I was young and I needed to start to grow up and not work in a company of, two. And I went on the accidental interview that a headhunter sent me on, and I walked in, and there were computers and more than 20 people, and they had a great presence online. And I started at Motivators and was there for about 9 years. And wanted to then learn a little bit more about the industry. So I stepped into another world where I started selling programs, not products, but products within programs, of course. And today I am proudly the Director of Strategic Accounts at Strong Promotional Solutions, while serving as the president today for SAGNY, the largest regional out of the 27 regionals of our industry.
So wait, are you the youngest president that SAGNY's ever had now, or?
I believe John Cudahy was the youngest president. I might be the youngest female president, but I would like to say I am the most mature youngest president.
Well, John definitely doesn't count. So I mean, we can just rule him
you're
out,
definitely
sure. He was illegitimized.
So
delegitimized,
whatever it's called, however you say that.
I have a memory from a Promotions East way back.
I think I know this memory.
So that's me carrying Rachel on my back.
I've seen that picture before.
So
that's funny.
So I was one of Rachel's vendors, and I, anything for the sale. Actually, Rachel, I used to call Rachel, so I'd go up into her office, I'd drive up to Long Island, and Rachel was really into like skydiving, and I was like, she is so badass, like I want to be her. And I'm like, Rachel, if you ever go again, like, she's like, I go all the time, I'm getting my like certificate. I was like, well, call me, I'll totally go with you. Don't you know this bitch actually called me and said, hey, you want to go skydiving? So what am I going to be like? No. So of course I went.
Did you? You went?
I not only did I go, I thought I would be jumping out of the plane with her. No, I had to go up in the plane by myself and jump out by myself. I mean, I had a man.
Oh, wait, what? You guys weren't even in the
jump
same
out by
plane?
Yourself?
I had a man strapped to my back. I was tandem, but like I went up there to go with Rachel.
But you weren't on the same plane?
No, because she's special and she got to go on the special airplane.
I flew the plane, Jeff.
No, I was training to get my solo license. So I was jumping by myself. Therefore, I couldn't fly with Megan. I didn't know that.
I know. It's okay.
In all fairness, I didn't know that. But I did get to be there when Megan landed. And the first words out of her mouth after jumping 14,000 feet from the sky, and she lands and she goes, oh no, I have VJ's keys. I got to bring them home. And I'm going, but how is your jump? I haven't told her yet that she actually jumped.
This is what you're thinking about while falling. Like, oh no.
Yeah.
If I die, how's VJ gonna get his keys?
Because I knew like I left so early and I didn't tell anybody I was going to Long Island to go skydiving. And it's like 4 hours from my house. So on my way back, when I was up there, I think I realized it and I was like, I have the only set of his keys. And that's like 8 hours where he wasn't going to have a car. And I was like, I got to go. He's going to be so mad.
Well, Megan, actually, after all of these years, this is the first I'm hearing nobody knew you were skydiving. So you are the second person in this industry. The other one, I will not name his name, refused to put an emergency contact on there because they did not want to tell their family they were jumping out of a plane. I'm going to say this as a disclaimer. I am not responsible if anybody wants to jump out of a plane with me. I am not your emergency contact, and please tell your family and friends.
Yeah. I told him afterwards. I mean, there was a video. I got the video. It was proof that I lived through it.
Yeah, see, after the fact.
Yeah. But it was good. It was an experience. And so Rachel and I feel like are forever connected somehow.
They're connected. But yes, Megan has always been a great friend, supporter, and but Jeff and Steven, thanks so much for having me on here. I really do appreciate it. I watch you guys, so I feel like I'm a little bit of a fan right now. So
that's awesome. Well, thank you. Glad to hear it. Well, look, we are here to talk about Promotions East, and I'm super excited about the topic because I think what I've heard so far, from the grapevine, is that there's a lot of great changes being made, and super excited to hear what you've got to share with us, Rachel. So why is Promotions East going to be the bee's knees when it comes to promotional product trade shows?
Sure. So first, I just want to say I'm so excited that this is the triumphant return of Promotions East. It is back in the hands of SAGNY, and we have been working on this for the last 2 years. We have cultivated a group of phenomenal industry pros who are working on a committee led by Michael Riesbaum, who are innovative, forward-thinking, intelligent, and really have helped build this extraordinary event and experience that's going to happen in October of 2022. Sorry.
Rewind.
It's all right. The last 2 years didn't happen for me either.
No. It's fine. Well, I am in a little bit of a time warp, but the discussion started in 2020 when, if anyone knows me, my luck is, of course, being the president during a pandemic and having a change of leadership and board. And now I have the challenge, but opportunity to put on this phenomenal experience. So I heard about it and I said, game on, let's do this, but let's do it right. Yeah. So why the show is different than everything else is, one, we really took the opportunity and the time to listen and understand what the individuals in the industry wanted. And it wasn't just for the distributors. It wasn't just for the suppliers. It was for the entire community who's purchasing products, who is supplying services within our industry, for the vendors and for the distributors, and everybody can benefit from this show. The minute you get to Harrah's, which we'll talk about in a minute, but the minute you land at Harrah's, there will be an opportunity within your entire 3-4 day stay. If you want to extend it, go for it. But there will be an opportunity throughout the entire time that you are there till the minute you depart. And this is more, and I know everybody keeps saying the word experience. This truly is an experience like no other. It's not your booth and tabletop and high risers and your stand show. There will be end caps the vendor has the opportunity to put it at the end of the aisle, and you'll be able to see what your end user is going to experience and bring those products to life. We have an educational session going on a Monday that are, again, forward-thinking, futuristic, that will bring leaders in the industry together to share best practice, but doing that through communication and doing that through conversational and not just talking at people, but talking with people. We also have business services that are going to be sitting with each other and figuring out how can we best serve this and be a vehicle to help distribute these products. We have end buyers coming, some household name end buyers that will be a part of the discussion, so we can all understand who are we talking to, what are they looking for, and how can we make our products more meaningful. And the most exciting one that I know Megan will be excited about is we are bringing the metaverse to an education session so we can all understand what this is going to be for the future of our industry.
I am so excited about that. And that's pretty new. And it's really funny. I'm laughing. It's shocking, right? Shocking. Megan in the metaverse. But yeah, no, we're going to have some people from outside of the industry there and some people within the industry that are already working and doing stuff, which is really, really cool. You mentioned that it's going to be in October this year, which is kind of different because it's traditionally it was in June and then it was moved to March. So those of you who do not know about the Promotions East history, it was with SAGNY forever. And then, it slowly decline of the trade show. I think everyone tried to make it, do what we could to kind of make it better. You partnered with PPAI, right? Or sold it to PPAI, something along those lines. But then it sold it out. I don't remember. Then it was ISS in March. But I think if you weren't an apparel vendor, or it was like, it really wasn't, I think, the best situation for most. As an apparel vendor, I really enjoyed it because it was like the best of both worlds. It was 2 birds, 1 stone. This is like a heat lamp.
Jeff did not like it.
Phew, that's better. Yeah. That's better. Sorry. Anyway, And then now, so it's been moved to October. So why October? Why is it being moved to October? Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Sure. The question is why not? Everyone keeps saying why October. Everybody's busy. First of all, there are no major shows going on in October. So one of the purposes of having shows in general is staying top of mind and making sure that we're all staying on trend. So, but also more importantly, what does that season look like as far as the buying season? We do have holiday spend. Everybody is looking at holidays. Some have sold prior to that, but we all know our clients, and we want to make sure we're selling the right products at the right time. So once you get off that show floor, you are immediately taking those ideas and taking to those clients for the holiday season. We also have year-end budgets. We know that if you don't use it, you lose it. So, but we don't want them to spend just for the sake of. So again, it's taking those trends that are happening in Q4 and bringing them to your clients for that year-end spend and doing it right. We also have trade shows in January, not just our big giant trade show, but we have trade shows going on for our clients. So we want them to purchase early, especially with the supply chain the way it is. We want to make sure that we are able to provide them with the right products for their early 23 programs. And last, we want to know what's on trend, and we want to know what's on trend before 23. So we are prepared for 23. And that is all going to be relevant and in your face at Promotions East in October.
What are maybe the top 5 biggest changes that Promotions East is making versus what we know that show to be in the past?
Sure. So first and foremost is the venue. It used to be at the convention center. And then once we left that show floor, where did we all go? We went to
wherever.
5 or 6 different hotels. Some people don't remember where they went. You're right. And but nobody, and it really created that, ability to just walk away. Where here we're bringing it all under one roof. It's all going to be at Harrah's, where there's a $70 million renovation, and it creates that community, that networking opportunity. We have dine-arounds, so for individuals who may not know others in the industry, or for those who know everybody in the industry except that one person, we have dine-around that you can sign up for. We have networking opportunities. Everything will fall under one roof. And so that's the first thing. Also for vendors, you're very welcome. The loading from the convention center to Harrah's, just loading alone, you will be clapping and applauding at the fact that you do not have to carry your items from the parking lot to the convention center. The loading dock right there, it's easy and accessible. On the vendors, it'll help, take that time and energy that they're carrying their items back and forth, set up their booth and go have fun and educate yourselves or network, whatever that means for you.
We also are having a pool party too. I think that's really exciting.
We have quite a few fun events. There will be the pool party that Meg just mentioned. We have a special band that we will be having there as well. We have, like I said, the dine-around opportunities. We will also have an award ceremony. We will have a thank you to the vendor ceremony. A lot of parties and events that you can attend. There's so much going on. And again, it's all under one roof and your feet won't hurt you as much.
Yeah, I think the centralization is a huge upgrade and change. What other things can we expect? I mean, because I know we're saying that this is going to be like different than any other trade show that we've ever done before. I know we talked about the metaverse and what you guys are doing with that. I don't know if you guys are able or willing to talk about the hybrid situation as well, because I think you guys had talked about maybe toiling with that a little bit as well. What's happening with that?
So yeah, we actually have the promo show coming on to do a lot of supplier spotlights, 2-minute spotlights. They're going to be doing some live education recording as well. And I think one of the other things that we're doing that's a little bit different is a lot of the marketing. We're going to be doing a really fun social media campaign next month. So stay tuned. There's going to be a lot of fun products, out of the box products that we don't want just a typical like, all right, I got Band-Aids, I got a lanyard, a pen, and a notebook. Like that's so traditional and old school. Like we're not doing anything the same as we did before. So when we do this social media campaign, expect the unexpected, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So that we can't tell you about that. You just have to keep your eyes peeled. That's all. That's going to be happening, I think, the first or second weekend in June. Week in June.
And the reason for that is, and we already have we have the top 40 distributors already signed up. They're already getting their hospitality booths that have a concierge service so that, coffee, education, meetings, drop your stuff off. So there's a lot of opportunity. Again, that'll follow through with Meg's surprise.
I know we're gonna be doing yoga on the beach too. I think Vicky Reesbaum, she's been teaching yoga for the last 2 years. So there's gonna be a lot of ways for the distributors and suppliers to interact. I mean, like Rachel said, from the minute you walk into Harrah's, there's gonna be so many opportunities to network, and it's all that inclusive feeling. We want it to be like it is when we go to Vegas, right? Everyone stays at either like the Mandalay Bay or Luxor or the hotel, so we're all in the same place.
Eye candy.
Yeah, I mean, there's gonna be that eye candy. They went through, I think she said 70 million, but it was like a $400 million renovation. The rooms, the ballroom, the fine dining. There's like little eateries, pizza, Starbucks, the pool, the spa. So much fun. Yeah, we're just excited.
So one of the things you guys mentioned, and I think it's been missing in trade shows, and I think I've talked about this a dozen times as well as you, Meg, but just that experience or that engagement with the attendees. And I think that's something you guys said that you guys were focusing on as far as the suppliers, providing that experience or providing that engagement. Can you talk us through any of that? Like, is that a requirement for them to come? Like, have you been just emphasizing that or giving them examples, or like, what can we expect as distributors who might be attending this new revamped show?
Sure. So for the vendors, how can they connect even further with their distributors? Starting off with just the new product pavilion. It's not just a new product pavilion. It's driven by technology. So what's going to happen is this time the distributors walk around with a scanner, not for scanner wars, which that could take place, on the trade show floor, but we're going to be walking around with a scanner, and the new products that are out there, we're going to be able to scan them. Once you finish with that tour, you'll get a printout of the items of interest, and also you'll get those emailed to you as well.
What is that noise?
You could do it like
sorry.
You could do like a scanner laser tag. I think would be a fun, engaging.
Well, that's what I was thinking of the minute I
people hide their badges, but people have to run around and trying to get scans.
And that's exactly how you could take your vendors or distributors out when you're mad at them. but more importantly, with the scanners is so you'll get that. But also, it will then help you. So we know time is of the essence. It'll help you navigate over to that vendor and connect with that product. And again, it'll be emailed over to you, and it maximizes your time. Also, for the vendors, and I'm announcing it here first, we will have a People's Choice Awards. So for the item that has been scanned the most and showed the most interest, we will have a People's Choice Award. That item will then be featured in multiple channels.
Very cool.
All right, so it's not Meg.
No, it's me.
Oh, all right.
They're doing construction in my house, and
nice.
And I can't find. There's the mute button. I'm sorry.
Hey, it's okay. We've had yard workers. We've had all sorts of window washers.
This is what makes it authentic. I mean,
we're all human.
I was doing that promo cares conversation in a hotel room, and there was window washers, and then there was a lightning storm. I was having like complete meltdown on the inside. So
we make fun of Meg's lighting situation every week, so don't even feel bad.
You should listen. Make fun of me. It makes me feel better.
Well, I myself am excited to go. I went to. I attended. Gosh, it was the year or two before COVID now. And I'll be honest, I went to kind of scope it out for our whole team. I wanted to see like, what am I getting into, and I'm not familiar. And I was like, it's okay. There was a lot of inconveniences with even the timing of it. And so I'm thrilled because I think that there is a gap in the schedule. Like you've mentioned, there's a need for it going into the end of the year, finding out the stuff in January, but knowing it's not even available till March or April because of the new launches and how they roll in. It's better. Not better, but it's needed as well to know this in the fall. So I know what's available now for Q4. Otherwise we've gone in most cases, 10 months without seeing stuff. If all you do is go to Vegas. So I'm super, super pumped. We'll be there. We'll check it out. And I'm excited to join in on all the festivities. So that's awesome.
I think we're even doing a live show on the show floor, which is really exciting. Huh?
I'm looking forward to that as well. Yeah. Jeff may be an NFT, but we'll have to see.
I mean, I would be the one that would be the NFT of this group for sure. I mean,
we'll just hologram you in. It's all good.
So into the NFTs, I'll just join in from the metaverse straight
there
up.
You go.
Yeah. No, I am actually really excited about it. I think the changes that you guys are making to the show is going to be huge. I think it's a great way to breathe new life into what a lot of people really considered kind of a dying or at least declining show. And, I'm really looking forward to seeing that new life sort of take shape because, having everything centralized is huge, creating that environment and those abilities to interact. I mean, that's one of the things that happens in Vegas because everything is pretty much under one roof, and why everybody has their eye candy stories and all of that good stuff is because, hey, that's where, you have your opportunities to engage. And, there's so much more that's done off the trade show floor than actually on the trade show floor. So the fact that, before it wasn't centralized, everybody missed that opportunity unless it was just by happenstance. So now you guys are creating that ability to, have those, those exchanges. So really looking forward to that.
Yeah. And to your point, everybody has their eye candy stories. We're having a pool party, so you can imagine what those stories are going to sound like. But more importantly, it's a new story. It's a new show. It is being revitalized. We can't be any more excited and so proud of the committee and the hard work that's going on behind it. And it's, trade shows are so important and in-person events are so important. Like everyone keeps saying, we're so zoomed out. But we wanted to make this such a unique and different experience. Like I keep saying, it's going to be like a trade show like no other. I am constantly talking about it. I cannot wait to show you.
Same.
Awesome. Well, I think the last pool party that Meg was involved in, did somebody break an ankle or something?
I don't know.
Isn't there an LDW story?
I mean, I left my shoe in the elevator that Dana Geiger found. But that was
will there be a belly flop competition?
There should be.
Well, listen. Like I said from the very beginning, ask us and we'll try our very best to make it happen.
I'm in.
Synchronized swimming competitions with the suppliers.
Love it.
The answer is no unless you ask. Ask and you shall receive.
And then it still might be no, but at least we asked.
Well, Rachel, thank you so much. We know this is the very beginning of the Promo FOMO podcast world tour. So we are so excited that you were able to come on, launch this and get everyone excited. Is registration open? Are we looking? When is registration open?
Registration is open. Registration for suppliers, for vendors, for business services. We are open. So sign up. I will say in the vendor side, spots are getting a little bit limited, and distributors sign up, show up. You can't afford to miss it.
Sounds good. Listen to her.
I've got FOMO now. All right. Very good. Well, look, if you guys enjoyed the episode, it was brought to you by our good friends over at Tervis. Tervis added stainless to their well-established line about 2 years ago with the goal of being better than the competition by utilizing state-of-the-art custom 360-degree UV printing. They're available in 4 different sizes, a 12, 20, 30, and now also a 24-ounce water bottle. And now they've also got 24, 30, and 40-ounce wide-mouth bottles. They've got a 5-year warranty. They're 18-8 copper lined, vacuum insulated. They keep your drinks hot for 8 hours or keep them cold for 24 hours. Pretty awesome stuff. As Meg does our Vanna White with her nice Tervis over there. Why don't you go check them out at tervispromos.com and tell them the Industry Insider sent you. Steven is doing the NFT show. He's showing you the digital Tervis if you're wearing, your 3D goggles or whatever. All right. Well, look, Rachel, super excited to have you on. Thank you so much for joining us and talking to us about all things Promo East, and really excited to see what is coming in October.
Thank you all so much. I really appreciate it.
Awesome. Absolutely. All right, guys, we'll see you next time.
Take care.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of Promo Corner's Industry Insider. For more great content from industry thought leaders, including podcasts, blogs, and videos, visit promocorner.com.